So today's class will be on our last class. I think I have shown you capillarity. Whether you have seen capillarity? Shashi? Capillary topic we have seen in the last class or not?
Topic completed, sir. Problems we have not yet.
Just only we have started it, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So last class what you have seen is these things. First I will show that last class what you have seen. So we have seen the types of fluids, where under which we have 5 types of fluids: real fluid, ideal fluid, Newtonian fluid, non-Newtonian fluid, and ideal plastic fluids. So these are the types of fluids we have seen, and we have seen the graph related to that 5 fluids with respect to shear stress and shear strain, nothing but velocity gradient. So these are that 5 types of fluids which we have seen in the last class. After that, we have seen surface tension also. Surface tension, it is defined as the tensile force acting on the surface of the liquid when it is in contact with the gas. Right? Surface tension is denoted by symbol sigma, and units are always Newton per meter. So this we have seen. I think we have solved some problems on surface tension last class. Yes?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. We have solved problems on surface tension, and we have seen the 3 formulas for this in surface tensions. That is nothing but for liquid droplet we have seen, for hollow bubble we have seen the formula P equal to 8 sigma by V. For liquid droplet it is 4 sigma by D, P equal to, and for liquid jet also we have seen, water jet or liquid jet, that is P equal to 2 sigma by D. Here L and L gets cancelled, so that is 2 sigma by D, and we have solved some problems on this in the last class. After that we have seen the capillarity. So we have defined it. So it is a phenomenon of rise or fall of the liquid surface in small tube relative to the adjacent general level of liquid when the tubes are in vertically in the liquid. So if you see here 2 diagrams, if you see here, so one is filled with water and the other one is filled with mercury. So you can see there. So when we dip this capillary tube in this, what happens? Water level will be increased in this, nothing but it will rise in the water, but in mercury, if you see, it will depression will be there in here. So here this will be the depression for us. So this is the H value, nothing but height of the liquid or height of the depression liquid in the tube, capillary tube. So these are the 2 formulas for which we are going to find this one, surface tension, or you can suppose if surface tension is given to us, you'll find the what is the rise in the capillary tube, H, and rho is the density, D is the diameter of the tube, right? So this here for only this you'll use your theta value, cos theta, nothing but this is the angle which is shown here. Theta is the angle of this, so that is a theta. So sometimes he'll give in the problem theta value, or otherwise he'll ask to find what is the theta value. Depending upon the problem, we'll do it. Right? So this is your formula, H equal to 4 sigma by rho GD for water. I think, but if it is a capillary rise, H equal to 4 sigma by cos theta by rho GD if it is capillary depression. So this is the H value. How much height of water or how much height of the liquid is there in your capillary tube. Suppose if it is depression, this is a H at the bottom of the surface, how much depth the liquid is there. Right. So now we'll go for the problem on capillarities first. Okay, please take on the first problem. Please copy the problem in your notes. So calculate the capillary rise. Calculate the capillary rise in a glass tube of 2.5 mm diameter. So the capillary tube diameter is given, but small d value is given to us. So small d equal to 2.5 in mm it is there. So please convert it into meters. So 1 meter equal to 1000 mm. So 1 mm becomes 1 by 1000th of meter. That is 10 power minus 3 meters. Right. So what is asking, the same tube is telling that it is immersed vertically in water as well as mercury. So same size tube is immersed in your both the water as well as mercury. So he's asking to find capillary rise, H value is asking. So he has given the values of surface tension here. So take surface tension sigma equal to 0.0725 Newton meter for water. So if it is water, the surface tension is that value which is given, sigma equal to 0.0725. And if it is for mercury, that also is given, sigma equal to 0.52 Newton per meter for mercury when they are in contact with air. The specific gravity for mercury already we know, but here again he have mentioned that specific gravity for mercury is 13.6 and the angle of contact is 130 degrees. Nothing but the theta value, angle of contact of the mercury theta value is given, theta equal to 130 degrees. Okay, please copy the question fastly. Copy the question. After that, write the given data. So given data, what is given? First is given the diameter of the tube. So D equal to 2.5 mm. Please convert this into meters. That is 2.5 into 10 power minus 3 meter. Later, if you see, all other terms are in meters only, so no need of any conversions. So surface tension sigma for water is given. So sigma W you can write, or sigma only you can write. Sigma 1 here because here both are given, mercury and water. So surface tension for water, sigma W equal to, you can write that, sigma W, small w equal to 0.0725 Newton per meter. And next, surface tension for mercury is also given. So sigma for mercury equal to 0.52 Newton per meter. Next, specific gravity of mercury, that is given. Specific gravity of water already we all know, that is 1. So specific gravity of mercury is 13.6. After writing the given data, okay, I'll write. Please write on the question and the given data first. If you finish writing both question as well as given data, please, one of you inform me. We'll do the remaining problem. We'll solve it. Yes, this is completed question as well as given data.
Completed, sir.
Yes, right.
Yes, sir.
So what we need to find here, we need to find the capillary rise, nothing but H value we need to find. So already in the last slide, we have seen what is the H value formula we have seen. H equal to, for if it is water, nothing but if it is capillary rise, H equal to 4 sigma by rho GD. So please write on this. First you write on number 1. Keep as number 1. So what we need to do, or A here, he's asking A here. So A, capillary rise in glass tube for water. Capillary rise in the glass tube for water. Next, after writing given data, you write on A, capillary rise in the glass tube for water. So below that you can write H equal to 4 sigma by rho GD. This is not P, this is rho, symbol density. 4 sigma by rho GD. 4 sigma by rho GD. H equal to 4 sigma by rho GD. Right. So all the values we have already. So what is rho value of water? Density of water. Density of water. This value how much is? Rho equal to. Specific gravity is 1. I'm asking density of water. Density of water. 1000 kg per meter cube. Very good. Density of water. Remember always density is 1000. Specific gravity of water is 1. Density. This is rho. Rho equal to 1000. Now substitute all the values. Sigma value is given to you. H equal to 4 into sigma value by 1000 into 9.81 into diameter of the tube. Diameter of the tube is 2.5 into 10 power minus 3. Right? Please substitute all the values and tell me H value. First write on the formula for water. Nothing but if the liquid is rising. Nothing but for capillary rise. H equal to 4 sigma by rho GD. H equal to 4 sigma by rho GD. So we'll get your H value in meters. Okay, so here it is there. You can check. So for capillary rise, theta is automatically 0. No need to remember this also. Directly we have formula H equal to 4 sigma by rho GD. So 4 into 0.0725 is your sigma value. By 1000 is the density of water. So 1000 into 9.81 into D value in meters. So that already we have written here 2.5 into 10 power minus 3. So substitute all the values, you'll get your answer. Okay, so H value in meters you'll get, because all the other terms, diameter, surface tension, all are in meters. So directly H value will be in meter. So what is H value? H equal to
0.011, sir.
0.011 meter.
11. So
11 meter. Then you can write in centimeters also, is equals to. Meter is also okay, but it is very low. You can write in centimeters. Multiply it with 100, because 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter. So 0.0118 meter you are getting, it becomes 1.18 centimeter. 1.18 centimeter. Okay, after finishing for water, next go for B. So for mercury, we will not get any capillary rise. We'll get your capillary depression. Okay, nothing but capillary fall will be there, depression. So write down there. For mercury, the capillary depression in the glass tube. For mercury, write down the B point. For mercury, the capillary depression in the glass tube, H equal to 4 sigma cos theta by rho GD. H equal to 4 sigma cos theta by rho GD. So first we need to find density of mercury. After writing the formula, please find the density of mercury. So specific gravity is given. You can write there. Specific gravity is 13.6. So density equal to, how to calculate density if you have specific gravity? Specific gravity is the ratio of density of, here it is mercury. So density of mercury divided by density of water. Specific gravity equal to density of mercury by density of water. So specific gravity of mercury is given 13.6 is equals to, we don't know density of mercury. So density by, for density of water is 1000. So you get 13600. Density of mercury, write down there. Density of mercury is 13600, 13,600 kg per meter cube. Density of mercury is 13,600 kg per meter cube. Right, after finding density, now you solve the problem. H equal to 4 sigma cos theta by rho GD. So theta value is given to us here, 130 degrees. So substitute H equal to 4 into sigma for mercury. You have to use this 0.52 Newton per meter. So 4 into 0.52 into cos 130 divided by density of what mercury is 13,600 into 9.81 into diameter of the tube, 2.5 into 10 power minus 3 meter. Okay, so you can see like this. So for mercury, theta value is given, theta equal to 130 degrees. So already we have the equation. We get H equal to, H equal to 4 sigma cos theta by rho GD. So substitute all the values. Sigma value for mercury is given in the problem, 0.52. Theta is 130. So cos 30 by density. See here, this density is showing here like specific gravity into density of water. So 13.6 into 1000 is your density. 9.81 is G value. D value is 2.5 into 10 power minus 3. So here you'll get this value in negative. So this negative sign indicates the capillary depression. Nothing but the water level in the, mercury level in the tube is below your surface line. So that's why you'll get your negative value here. Okay, remember that. Keep the value in negative, and below that you can write the negative sign indicates the capillary depression. Right? Those are not solved. Please copy it fastly. Right, if you're done, please tell me. We'll go for the next topic.
Completed, sir.
Completed, okay. Right, please take the next problem. Take the second problem, please. Find out the minimum size of the glass tube. Nothing but we need to find the diameter of the glass tube that can be used to measure water level. So what is a fluid there? Water is a fluid. If the capillary rise in the tube is to be restricted to 2 mm. So this 2 mm is capillary rise. So H value is given 2 mm. In mm it is given. Consider surface tension of water in the contact with air is 0.073575 Newton per meter. Right. So what we need to find? We need to find the minimum size of the glass tube. Nothing but we need to find the diameter of the glass tube. Please copy the question. Okay. Please copy the question. After that, write down the given data. So what are all things which is given here? Only two values he has given. That is H value given H equal to 2 mm. Convert that into meters because surface tension value is given in meters. So H equal to 2 mm is equals to 2 into 10 power minus 3 meter. H equal to 2 into 10 power minus 3 meter. Next, surface tension sigma equal to 0.073575 Newton per meter. Sigma equal to 0.37575 Newton per meter. Next, since it is water, capillary rise will be there. Write on there. H equal to, therefore, or you can write the capillary rise of water in the tube. The capillary rise of water in the tube. H equal to 4 sigma by rho GD. Formula you write on. For water rise, H equal to 4 sigma by rho GD. Now substitute the values of H value, sigma value, the density of what we have to take. What is flowing there? Water is there in that. So density of water, how much? 1000. C value 9.81. Right? Substitute all the values, you will get your H value right on here. So capillary rise is given. So H equal to 2 mm, 2 into 10 power minus 3 meter. Surface tension sigma is given 0.073575. Diameter of the tube equal to D. And for water, theta is 0, so no need. So the density of water sigma equal to, this is not P, rho. Rho equal to 1000 kg per meter cube. Rho equal to 1000 kg per meter cube. Substitute all the values. So here you have to find this D value. So D you have to find. So D equal to how much you need to find. So find the D value.
Sir, 0.015
0.015 meter.
Yes.
Right, convert into centimeters. So into 100. 1.5 centimeter. Right, you can write. So the minimum diameter of the tube should be 1.5 centimeter. The minimum diameter of the tube should be 1.5 centimeter. Right, if you have completed this, we'll go for the next one. Next topic. Okay, shall I go for the next topic? Right. So after this, we have the next properties like bulk modulus as well as compressibility of the fluid. Okay. So next is your bulk modulus. Bulk modulus, it is defined as the ratio of the compressive stress to the volumetric strain. So this is a basic definition for your bulk modulus. It is defined as the ratio of compressive stress to the volumetric strain. It is denoted by letter K. Bulk modulus is denoted by letter K. So here, compressive stress in the case of fluids will be nothing but change in the pressure, because we are going to compress the fluids like air or some other gases only we can compress. So that is compressive stress is given by change in the pressure. Because of the change in the pressure only, you will get your stress there, compressive stress. So that is directly proportional there. So that is change in pressure is your compressive stress to the volumetric strain. Strain already we know, change in dimension to the original dimension. So since it is volumetric strain, it is change in volume to the original volume. Nothing but if you are going to compress any fluid in the any vessel, nothing but in a piston also you can see cylinder piston. So first we will have the basic initial volume, and if you are compressing that, what happens? The volume gets changed. So there you can see, for example, there. So change in volume, how much volume is changed to the original volume of that. As well as what happens there, the pressure will be increased as you compress it. So that's why you can use K as change in pressure to the change in volume to the original volume. So in formula, if you see, bulk modulus equal to K equal to TP, nothing but change in pressure to the change in volume to the original volume. Here minus sign why it is given, because since the volume is reduced, nothing but since reduced volume is there, we'll keep the symbol as minus. Negative sign indicates volume decrease with increase in pressure. As the volume is decreased, we are taking that as negative sign here. While solving, what we will do, directly we'll take K equal to change in pressure to the, we will not use any negative sign. Automatically we'll get your negative sign by using that value which is given there. So that denotes, the sign indicates volume decreases with increase in the pressure. Okay, understood what I'm telling? This negative sign is nothing but as the pressure is increased, what happens there? Volume is decreased. So that's why you'll get a negative sign while solving the problem also. Right. So this is about bulk modulus. And next, if you see the compressibility, compressibility is nothing but it is a reciprocal of your bulk modulus. So what will becomes? It becomes a ratio of volumetric strain to the compressive stress. Ratio of the volume reverse, it is reverse. Ratio of volumetric strain to the compressive stress. So directly we can write compressibility equal to 1 by K. So the formula you can change it as dV by V by dt. Nothing but change in volume to original volume by change in pressure. Okay. So that is your compressibility. It is a reciprocal of bulk modulus. Nothing but it is a ratio of volumetric strain to the compressive stress. Compressibility is a ratio of volumetric strain to the compressive stress. Okay, so we have to remember this formula for bulk modulus K. Automatically you can remember the formula for compressibility also, reverse of this. So dV by V by dP. Okay, so first problem on this bulk modulus. So the pressure of a liquid is increased from 70 Newton per centimeter square to 130 Newton per centimeter square. Okay, after 10 minutes our session will be expected. Please join immediately. Okay, the pressure of a liquid is increased from 70 to 130 Newton per centimeter square. So as the pressure increases, what happens? The volume get decreased. So volume decreases by 0.15%. Nothing but dV is given here directly. So dV equal to 0.15. Suppose if you are taking 100% as your volume, 100 is your volume. So automatically this is the decrease dV value. That is dV equal to 0.15. Determine the bulk modulus of elasticity. Determine the bulk modulus of elasticity. Okay, please copy the question. The pressure of a liquid is increased from 70 Newton per centimeter square to 130 Newton per centimeter square, and volume decreases by 0.15%. Determine the bulk modulus of elasticity. Please copy the question. After that, write the given data. Given. What is given to us? Initial pressure. Initial pressure. So take it as P1, or you can write initial pressure equal to P1 equal to, what is the given value? 70. So P1 equal to 70. Please write down the units also. P1 equal to 70 Newton per centimeter square. 70 Newton per centimeter square. I'm writing like this. Don't write like this. Centimeter square. P1 equal to 70 Newton per centimeter square. Next, write on P2. So P2 is the pressure 130 Newton per centimeter square. P2 equal to 130 Newton per centimeter square. Okay. P1 is 70 Newton per centimeter square. P2 is 130 Newton per centimeter square. Next, you can find change in pressure with this. So what will be the change in pressure? So dP is equals to small letter dP is equals to P2 minus P1. So 130 minus 70 equal to 60 Newton per centimeter square. Newton per centimeter square. So here you can write change in pressure dP equal to 130 minus 70 equal to 60 Newton per centimeter square. After that, what is given to us? Directly dV value is given. So dV is equals to change in volume. How much is that? The volume is decreased by 0.15. So this is nothing but change in volume. Directly he said that it is decreased value. So 0.15 is your dV value. dV equal to 0.15. dV equal to 0.15. So what we need to find the or determine the bulk modulus. So K equal to, formula already we know. So that is dP divided by, what we have, dP divided by dV by V. Okay, please don't write like this. You write the formula which is shown to here like this. K equal to dP by dV by V. K equal to dP by dV by V. No need to keep any negative sign because automatically you'll get the negative value here. Is equals to right. Find the value, please.
2.5 into 10 to the power of 5.
How much?
2.5 into 10 to the power of 5.
2.5. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Check once properly. 60 divided by 0.15.
Sir, 400. 400.
4
400.
400.
Yes.
Yes, please check carefully. Check properly. I think it's wrong answer.
So 40,000, sir.
40,000. So 4 into or 4
10 to the
into
power of
directly. 4 into 10 power 4 or 40,000 Newton per centimeter square. This is the correct answer. Newton per centimeter square. Okay. So K equal to 40,000 Newton per centimeter square. So this is the solution for this. Okay, please copy it. Very small problems these are. Maybe for 2 marks they may ask, or sometimes they may not ask. Just we need to remember the formula K equal to dP by dV by V. So this V should be capital, initial volume. Change in volume to original volume. Yes, this Pritham 3B8. Pritham. '63 Aravind. Aravind 63 19H5 360.
Yes, sir.
You joined now only.
No, I got
Just now you have joined.
still wait. No, sir.
No, you were not there up to now.
I got meeting is waiting for host to be started. I got from 9:30 onwards.
How you will get that? I didn't keep any settings like that. Automatically you can join.
I got pop up like that only.
Okay, maybe you will be kept absent today. You join late. Okay. Mute yourself. Okay, if you have finished this, go for the next problem. The pressure of a liquid is increased from 60 Newton per centimeter square to 100 Newton per centimeter square. And here again, the volume is decreased by 0.2%. Determine the bulk modulus of elasticity. This problem you have to do. Solve the problem, please. Same, almost everything is same like last problem, just the values have changed. 60 to 100 and 0.2. Copy the question fastly. '77 19H5 377.
20,000.
Who is this 377? No name here.
Sir,
What's your name?
Karthik.
Karthik, you also joined now only.
Yes, sir. Network issue, sir. That's the link.
Network problem.
No, network. Wi-Fi current bill is reproaching.
Already I have kept absent for you. You're joining now. Don't
Okay.
do that again. Okay, na?
Okay.
Who is 80? 80 and 83 also.
Sir, 80.
You also joined late.
Yes, sir. No, now only
Just now you joined. That's what I'm telling you. 80, 83.
power gone, sir. Now only power came. That's why.
Silly reasons you are telling, man. Power gone.
Really, sir.
What about other students? How they are using their mobiles? You have to charge it before only, na? Okay. Leave it. Don't be late to the class, please.